Mountaineers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
He's got it on the right. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
That's caught. It's White. He's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Makes the catch. It's White. Open space at the 25. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Next, going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Hand off from the gun. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. It's Hoover. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down. The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Third down coming, and the Morgantown faithful making it tough on this big play. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Swings it out to his running back. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Not enough for the first down. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity. Extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to the ground game on the left. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right on the money. It's a seam wide open. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it.
It's a running room. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Horned Frogs are marching down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Caught in the backfield, it's James. Ripping through the defense. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Payne. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. After the catch, it'll be 1st and goal. And the Horned Frogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Let's it fly. Touchdown, TCU. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Appalachian State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Under fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Gallagher. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
First down, West Virginia.
To the air on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play. Momentum shift for the defense.
To the air, it's Hoover. Makes the grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Palmer. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Small. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And they wanted it all. Incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Kick is in the air. And will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's take the old country roads on our way back to Mountaineer Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Mountaineers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And it'll... back, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can...
Turning on the Jets. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Great place to start for this offense. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's James. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Slams it ahead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. The option look. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Great job by the back on the option.
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got it behind the line. It's battle. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Third down coming, in the Morgantown faithful making it tough on this big play. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
He's got it, first down and more. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Gonna look downfield again. Snagged in the middle. It's White. At the 45, on his way. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. It's Henderson. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what
Makes the grab past the marker. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Using the quick game. No chance to run, but still a good game.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got a chance. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big game for the offense.
And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gonna run it. It's Battle. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the run.
Touchdown, TCU! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Extra point here will tie the game.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And the Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires to the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gallagher. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Mountaineers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Mountaineers pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Caught over the middle, it's Gray.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. It's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Appalachian State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going right to work up top. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4th.
Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
The give on the inside. Past the first down marker and still running. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Mountaineers inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. They'll move the tight end. The give to the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced the negative play, now setting up 4th down.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Not sure why they want to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene.